Are you a mom who's trying to lose weight and eat in a calorie deficit, but you still have to feed your family? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how I do that with my dinners throughout the week. And I'm also going to share with you my breakfasts and lunches as well. So I hope you get a ton of meal ideas out of this awesome video. Monday morning, Eggs Benedict, why not? One of the perks of working from home is that you can make breakfasts that are a little bit more involved. So I am baking some English muffins. These are from Wild Grain. And then I'm also going to make some of my famous hollandaise sauce. Yes, it's made out of a packet with just a little bit of melted butter and some milk, and you just heat it up on the stove and whisk it up. Usually I get about 3 servings of hollandaise out of this. I also poached some eggs, and then you can refrigerate the leftover hollandaise. You just have to kind of be careful heating it back up. But I put my English muffin on the plate, some Canadian bacon, my poached eggs and hollandaise sauce, and I chopped this off with a little bit of chives. This is actually pretty calorie friendly and high in protein, so definitely don't discount it. And yes, the packet hollandaise is pretty good. Okay, so for lunch today, I'm gonna have a Factor meal. You guys know I've been working with them for quite some time here on my channel, and even when I don't work with them, I still order their boxes because their food is delicious. It helps me stay on track, and honestly, if you're trying to get more protein in, having this stuff delivered, these chef-created, awesome quality meals right to your door makes it so easy. So I wanted to just show you a couple of things I got in my box this week, because some of these are new. So this is a spicy Calabrian style ground beef with roasted zucchini and creamy herb green beans. So you can see here, like, it comes with the seasoned butter on the green beans, delicious. This one is a creamy Parmesan chicken. This one is really good. I've had this one before. It's delicious. And then this is the one I think I'm gonna have today because I haven't had this one either. It's the white cheddar chicken with broccoli, quote, grits, roasted green beans, and sliced almonds. I also wanted to mention they have wellness shots available. I've also ordered their breakfasts, which are great quality. I'm actually going to take one of these with my lunch as well because I'm trying to boost my immunity right now. If you guys have not tried Factor yet, now is the perfect time to do so because you can get their delicious, ready-to-eat meals. They're fresh, never frozen, chef-crafted, and ready to eat in just about 2 minutes. They also have a huge variety with a weekly menu of 35 options, including popular options like Calorie Smart, Keto, Protein Plus, or they even have vegan and veggie options as well. Factor is also super flexible, so you can easily adjust your order size or even skip a week if you're going to be out of town. And I love using them as a go-to lunch solution when I'm working from home. So go ahead and head over to factor75.com or click the link below and use code Chapin50. You guys are going to get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next box. So once again, the code is Chapin50 at factor75.com to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next box while your subscription is active. Okay, so all you do is just vent the corners of your meal, pop it in the microwave, and then I cook mine for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, so this is the wellness shot. I'm gonna have this one is the turmeric, lemon, apple, ginger, honey, turmeric, and black pepper. They're so good. They also have like juice and protein shakes. I love getting these. I've seen people make these before. You guys, I don't have time for that. Sometimes I don't even have time to make my own lunch. So I always like to put my food in a bowl just because I feel like it's more special that way, but I did give this a taste. It's delicious. We've got our cheesy chicken and broccoli. The green beans with almonds. Green beans with almonds are my favorite thing, and they have this delicious butter. So good. So I had some of this beef steak for tacos in the freezer, and I decided to thaw it out today and make some like carne asada tacos out of it. When all else fails, I love to make Mexican food because everyone usually loves it, and it's also very easy to adapt to something super calorie friendly. You can have a salad or a bowl, or you can even make a wrap with one of those low carb, low calorie wraps that taste pretty good. But what I wanted to do was make sure I got this meat dried out so I could season it, let it sit in the fridge. That way I could get nice color on it when I sauteed it. So I dried all the beef off with paper towels. I put it into a a 9x13 dish just so I could season it easier. And then I am going to go ahead and use a spice packet that I've had in my pantry for quite some time. This is the Siete. I believe it's the Carnitas seasoning. Yeah, I'll link it down below because this one is hard to find, but these tacos are going to turn out so good. The seasoning is delicious. I'm definitely going to have to try to find this seasoning again. I think it's supposed to be meant for slow cooking pork, but I tried it on this beef and it was bomb. So I put that in the fridge, and then I also pulled out a freezer meal because my daughter does not eat pretty much any red meat. She will eat beef tacos sometimes if it's ground beef, but I had this chicken fajita freezer meal, and so I thought it would be just as easy to pull that out and saute it up. That way I could make chicken tacos or chicken fajitas, whatever you want to call them, out of some, and then I could also have the beef as well. And especially with meals like this, I am totally fine having leftovers because they heat up so great in the fridge throughout the week. So it's almost like you are making dinner and a meal prep all in one. So when the chicken was done, I took it out of the skillet because I wanted to chop it up a little bit finer. The pieces were a little bit big for tacos. So I just went ahead and chopped that up and put it back into the pan. I did taste it and thought it could use a little bit of acidity, so I just added a little bit of lime juice. All right, so I'm not sure if I have mentioned my new rice cooker yet that I got. It's an Instant Pot brand rice cooker. I'll show you a better shot here in a second. But I ordered it because it has a super large capacity, and you can also use it to steam, like, not just grains like rice, quinoa, you know, barley, bulgur, things like that, but you can also steam vegetables with it. It comes with a steamer insert basket too. I'm gonna make this cilantro lime rice. We actually got this at one of the Amish grocery stores in Kelowna, but I need to measure it out, so I'm not sure how much I have. It looks like 1 cup, and I want to make more rice than that, so I'm going to add another cup of long grain rice. All right, so 2 cups of rice, and then 3 cups of water. Just to make sure everything is stirred up. Since I only used half of the seasoned rice, I'll probably have to add some extra salt to it, but that's fine. I'll do that when it's done. And then all you do is you just do white rice. You can do white rice, brown rice. It also has a carb reduce feature, which allegedly reduces some of the carbs from the cooked rice. I haven't tried that yet. Saute, slow cook, steam, and quinoa. And then you just press start and it goes. This part actually, both the inner part of the lid and the insert are dishwasher safe, which is why I really wanted this. So I'll link it down below. It's not super cheap, but if you can get it on sale, I think it's a good investment. I've been wanting a rice cooker for a while, and I just figured I would buy a large capacity one because, like I said, you can do veggies and other things in it too. And I like that you can saute in it, because then if you want to make like a rice pilaf and add like onions or pasta or something like that too, you can do that too. So for the toppings, I took some light sour cream and added a little bit of milk and stirred it up. Sometimes I like to do that to make the sour cream a little bit more pourable for when we're having it on tacos. And then I went ahead and cut up some fresh tomato. Here is my beef. You do want to go ahead and kind of saute that over high heat until the liquid evaporates and it starts to get brown. All right, so this just finished, and it was on keep warm for about, I don't know, 2 minutes before I noticed. And then I'm just fluffing it up. You can see that it's cooked perfectly. I just want to kind of fluff it to get some of the moisture out of here so it doesn't stick together. I'm going to taste this, maybe add some salt and some lime juice. I'm also going to chop up some red onion. None of us except my husband are really fans of this, but every once in a while I will also make like pico de gallo out of it. I think that's actually what I made some of on this night. I can't exactly remember. Oh yeah, because I have a jalapeno here. If I have jalapeno on hand when I make pico, I will a lot of times add it. I'll just chop it up into super small pieces. And then I always like to add cilantro. If I don't have all of the ingredients for pico, I will also sometimes just do onion and cilantro. That's actually kind of traditional sometimes with what you get with steak tacos in a Tex-Mex restaurant, but cilantro is something that I always try to keep on hand anyway. And then I'm just going to add some lime juice to this. I really love these food prep containers. I have them in 4-cup, 2-cup, and 1-cup sizes. They're super convenient for meal prep and holding sauces and salsas and things like that. But here is a look at my tacos. I had some of the low carb, low calorie tortilla shells. I also had some green salsa on there and some avocado. The beef on these was so savory and delicious. All right, good morning guys. How are you? It's a happy Tuesday, holiday week here. Yesterday was the holiday, so we are starting the work week off today, and I thought I would show you what I'm gonna eat this week. I have had difficulty, well, I guess if you watched my last video, you would know that I was supposed to start Wegovy this week, but I have had difficulty obtaining it. They said they were gonna mail it to me, and I'm not sure what is going on with that. I did call them this morning and they're supposed to follow up with me today. So I thought I would show you what I'm having for breakfast quick before I need to get to work. I'm kind of having a weird breakfast. It's not really breakfast food. I also still need to put my makeup on. Okay, so I'm actually having one of these cups of potato soup. This is the Panera Bread one. I got it at Aldi with a little bit of cheese and some crackers. And then I think I'm gonna have this veggie pack as well. So it's just veggies with ranch and a turkey and a cheese stick, and that should keep me full until lunch. So I had everything for Reubens in the fridge, and if that happens, then it's a rule. I have to make myself a Reuben for lunch. I'm just kidding. I really actually love Reubens though. So I have some thin sliced rye bread. I just spread that with a little bit of Thousand Island dressing. This is actually pastrami, but it works just as well for the Reubens, and I always keep some sauerkraut in the fridge and some Swiss cheese on there as well.
You guys say you don't see enough of Murphy, so here he is. You are good boys. You sat before I even told you sit. Good boy. Good boy.
So rather than spend calories on butter, I just sprayed a little bit of avocado oil spray on either side of the bread, and with a nonstick skillet, it works just as well to get it nice and crispy on the outside without adding all of those calories from the butter. I wanted to save on calories with my side for this and also get some veggies in. So I got some ranch dressing that I had made earlier in the weekend, and then I'm cutting up some carrots and some broccoli. I'm gonna go ahead and cut my sandwich in half. And if you guys haven't had a Reuben lately, here's your sign to do so. They're super easy to make at home, and that tangy sauerkraut mixed with the creamy Swiss cheese, just one of my favorite combinations. Okay, so for dinner tonight, I wanted something kind of easy. I had a freezer meal in my freezer that I wanted to go ahead and use up. So this is actually a Instant Pot sausage and shells out of one of the Instant Pot cookbooks that I have. But basically you have in your freezer bag some marinara sauce, crushed tomatoes, some kind of ground meat, either sausage or beef. I thought this needed a little extra sauce, so I went ahead and added that before I cooked that in the Instant Pot. We'll add the pasta at a later state. And then this is sourdough bread from Wild Grain. I've been loving trying them out recently. So if you guys haven't tried them and you love having fresh baked bread at home, but you don't like the process of making it, wild green is definitely for you. So I have a $20 off coupon code I'll add in the description box below. This recipe is actually really cool because you can add the dry pasta right to the Instant Pot with some water, and the ground meat is already in there, and then you just cook it for a couple minutes. And then while that cooks, I'm going to make some broccoli for my side dish. So I'm just adding this to a big pot with some water in the bottom and a steamer basket. I'll steam that just till it's tender. And then when the pasta finished cooking, I did have to add a little bit more water and sauce. I'm not sure if I messed up the ratios or what in this recipe, but it did turn out a little bit dry. However, the original recipe calls for shells, so that may be the issue. Either way, it was still good. It's basically meat sauce and pasta with Parmesan cheese, and we had it with that fresh baked bread and broccoli. This was a really simple supper. Good morning, folks. Happy Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. I'm just making myself some breakfast. Once again, we're making a weird breakfast. I guess I shouldn't say weird. You can eat whatever you want for breakfast. Anyway, I'm gonna have some dumplings and then some of these tingly chili wavy noodles. They're very good. I can only find them online, so I'll link them down below if you're interested. They are, however, pretty spicy, even for me, and I like spicy stuff. So what I did was I used only half of the sauce packet, and then I just mixed it with some soy sauce, lime juice, sesame oil, and a little bit of peanut butter to give it kind of a peanutty noodle taste. And then that will cut down on the spiciness a little bit. And then I also made myself dumplings. So these will have good protein in them from the chicken. And actually, I don't know if I'll be able to eat all of this. We'll see. All right, so we got our dumplings and our noodles. This comes to, I believe, I have to put it into MyFitnessPal, 500 calories and like 18 grams of protein. So, yum. Okay, so those noodles that I made were so freaking good. I'm gonna have to do that again. This is my first time mixing them with the peanut for like a peanutty noodle taste. Now we're gonna have a Diet Coke moment. Do you guys follow this lady on TikTok that does like the daily Diet Coke? I'm not as fancy as her, but I do have some True Lime. I do like a little bit of True Lime in my Diet Coke. And this isn't quite, I mean, it's a little bit cold, but it's not like super cold yet. So I'm gonna pour it over some ice. She says the Diet Cokes are best if you let them marinate in the fridge for 2 weeks, but I just put these in the fridge this morning. Delightful. Yum. All right, so it's lunchtime. I'm gonna make myself some lunch. I am gonna have some steak tacos left over from the other night. I'm gonna use corn tortillas. This is too bright. Jeez, Murphy, you all right? These are only 50 calories each. So what I like to do to heat them up is I'll just put them in a nonstick skillet and spray both sides with just a little bit of oil, like avocado oil or whatever you have. And this just helps them like heat up and become pliable without becoming too dry. So I'm gonna heat those up, and then I'm gonna warm up my steak. I've got cheese, salsa, oh, I've got some cabbage, sour cream, all that stuff. Just realized I have an avocado, so I'm gonna try and make some guacamole. I hope this isn't too hard. I think it might be. I got it from the store the other day and it was pretty hard, so we'll see if we can mash it up. Okay, so I got that avocado mashed up the best I could. I added some red onions, some diced tomato, cilantro. I added a little bit of lime juice, but I'm gonna add just a little bit more. And then salt and pepper. And we'll taste it. What am I doing? Pepper. Okay, well, this is more like an avocado salsa than it is really a guacamole because it's not very creamy, but you know, it's actually pretty good. I'm gonna eat it with chips.
All right, so here's my tacos. I'm just gonna do 2 tacos. So I got the steak, some cheese, with some shredded cabbage left over. This is the cheese I put on here. It's the Mexican 3 cheese blend. It's really good for quesadillas too. Light sour cream, salsa, cilantro. This is my very favorite salsa. It's from Thrive Market. I like literally will just place orders for their salsa. Their salsa and their olive oil and their garlic paste are like my favorite things. I have a link in my description box if you want 40 bucks off. But yeah, delicious. Tacos. We got our weird ass guac. So I'm gonna get some chips out of the pantry, eat lunch.
Tonight for dinner, I am going to make a cucumber salad, and then that is going to be our side along with some tater tots. And then I'm also going to make some chicken cutlets, and then we'll have those on some brioche buns that I had in the freezer. So this was actually a recipe that I had marinating in the freezer. It was actually chicken thighs, but I ended up breading and frying them, and they turned out good. It's the first time I've ever done that with chicken thighs. I've only done it with breasts before. But while those were frying, I went ahead and whisked up the vinaigrette for my cucumbers. I get this mix on Amazon and it's so good. I've been buying it for a while now because I can't find it in my stores here. It's really, really good. It's kind of like just a dill dressing. Everyone here likes it actually, which is rare for a vegetable, especially a salad. So I'm going to keep on buying it. I just went ahead and fried the cutlets in some vegetable oil. These were actually really flavorful since they had been marinated in the freezer. They had a lot of flavor. And then I'm also going to use my brioche rolls from Wild Grain as well. I baked those in the oven per the package directions. This was like Connor's favorite dinner of all week. He loves chicken sandwiches. I put some buffalo sauce on his, but on mine, I just put a little bit of light mayo, some pickles, and then I had a few tots and some cucumbers on the side. Really good. And then for kind of a bedtime snack on this day, I had some granola, some 70 calorie Greek yogurt, and some strawberries. I need to get back into yogurt bowls because I'm just remembering how good they are, especially with a little bit of granola in there. I think that always makes it. All right, guys, good morning. I'm just getting my morning beverages ready to get started for work. Everyone is off to school, and I am gonna have one of these Waker's Happy Coffee drinks and iced coffee. I actually got this off of TikTok shop. I have noticed, and yes, the TikTok ads got me too. But I do notice that when I drink this, I have less like sugar and like junk food cravings during the day, and it also just like helps keep me alert and focused, which is something I struggle with. And to me, it's way more effective than like regular coffee or iced coffee. So I've been having it iced, so I put it in about 8 ounces of water, and then I like froth it up like this. Normally I would put some milk in here, but I think I'm out of milk right now. I think I have half and half. And you don't need a ton. The reason I like this stuff is because it has like a very subtle like mocha flavor, but it's not sweet, so then you can add your own sweetener to it. I have this sugar-free vanilla almond syrup, so I'm gonna do like 2.5 pumps of that. 20 calories plus whatever I added for the half and half, which is probably like 2 tablespoons. 40 calories, so yeah. It's super good with the sweetener in there. And it's a really easy way to make iced coffee at home, or an iced latte, or whatever you want to call it. Yum. And then I'm also gonna make some of this gamer subs. No, I'm not a gamer. But I have like 3 different flavors of this, but I've really been liking. This one has caffeine in it, Sigma Brain. This one's kind of like a margarita, like a spicy margarita, but not like super spicy. It's more like a ginger spicy. And then this one is caffeine free, Dragon Fruit Punch and Mango Meta. They are super good. I normally am not like a huge fan of flavored waters, but for some reason I really like those. And I always keep one of these waters in the fridge so it's cold. So
So I'm just gonna add like 2 scoops of this. The scoops are like super tiny, so you get like a ton of servings. And then that will probably be most or all of the caffeine that I have today. I've been trying to really focus on not drinking too much caffeine like in the late afternoon and early evenings, because I've been having issues falling asleep some nights, and I know that that doesn't help. I got my beverages, I'm ready to work. I will eat breakfast later and I'll show you guys what I eat then. So here's your reminder that you don't have to have breakfast for breakfast. Or you don't have to have breakfasty things for breakfast, put it that way. So I'm trying to clean out my freezer. Well, I feel like I'm trying to clean out my freezer continuously, but I wanted some of these dumplings. So these are the Mila dumplings. They are super duper good. They are a little bit pricey, but you can only really order them directly from the site. So I'll link it down below along with the coupon code. I am not sponsored by them. I freaking wish I could be sponsored by them. But anyway, I had 3 of these beef pho soup dumplings left. These are so good, and they were limited, so I hope they come back because they're gone now. And then some chicken. So I just steam these in a bamboo steamer over some water. The key with these soup dumplings is you don't want to over steam them. So steam them for 10 minutes only and then shut off the heat, because if you do more than that, they will overcook, and the soup and the soup dumplings will start to like burst out of them. And then I have this dumpling dipping sauce. I forget what all I put in here. I'm just gonna pour some in the bottom. I think it's like soy sauce, chili paste, sesame oil, garlic. I can't remember, but that's what I'm gonna have. But these are actually very good on macros. You can have 3 for 100 calories and 8 grams of protein. So I need to calculate it out for everything I have here, but it's a decent amount of protein for not a lot of calories. So that's my breakfast today, although it's almost 11, so it's a late breakfast.
Structure's the same. There's a goal, you guys got a goal, and there's a set of tactics.
This day is annoying me. Like, my annoyance level is like probably an 8 out of 10. So in order to cope with the tedious work I was doing, I'm actually glad I got this at the grocery store this weekend, because I was like, you know what? At least if I want to snack on something, it's going to be this. That's like 39 calories a cup. And I probably just ate 3 cups. Who cares? 120 calories. Anyway, I'm going to put it in here so it doesn't get stale. So I'm working this morning on this document that I need to get submitted ASAP. So I've been working on this project. It's a virtual reality project, probably one of the coolest projects that I've ever gotten the chance to work on. But anyway, we are coordinating this, I wouldn't really call it a conference. It's more of like a training, a train the trainer, sometime within the next couple of months. And so we're trying to coordinate like a bunch of different people and travel and dates and availability of the, you know, facilities to have it at. And it was someone's bright idea that we needed to have someone important come talk at this, which will be cool, even though no one asked for it, but fine, it'll still be cool. Anyway, so there's like this 8-page document that I have to fill out with like all of this stuff. And it's like, I don't even have the agenda, like I haven't even developed the agenda yet for the event, because it's still like a few months out. I mean, I have like a rough idea of what we're doing, but it's like, oh my God, it has taken me all morning and I'm not even done with it yet. I'm probably like maybe 2/3 done with it. It's like, what are the talking points? What is the this? What is the agenda? What are the expected, they want like, how do I say it? They want like, expected, like what are some like expected negative questions that someone could ask? Because I'm sure like people who are important and go around speaking, you know, I'm sure they deal with like sharpshooters in the audience who ask negative questions and blah, blah, blah. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna have lunch now because I'm full on popcorn. I'm sure I'll have something a little bit later. I finished my energy drink, I finished my coffee. I'm probably gonna get a refill of water and probably a Diet Coke. Do I have Diet Coke? I don't know what I have. I'll see. God help me get through the end of this day. And then now I have a meeting with my boss in a little bit. Yay. So I've got some stuff left over. I've got like a little bit of refried beans. So I'm just gonna make like a little burrito bowl. I'm gonna do half a cup of rice and some steak, probably, I don't know, 5 ounces. I'll heat this up in the microwave and then we'll put some toppings. Okay, cheese. Oh, fuck it, I'm just gonna use the whole thing. YOLO, pico. Oh, I need to get some hot sauce. I'm gonna put a little bit of cabbage on there. This is light sour cream that I mixed with a little bit of milk. So I'm gonna stretch it. Diablo sauce from the Taco Bell. Not too much. Okay, I'm coming. My little score. I'm sleeping all day. Sleeping all day.
Normally we order pizza on Fridays, but sometimes by Thursday I get tired of cooking and so we switch. This week we did that. We ordered Pizza Hut on Thursday instead of Friday. For breakfast this morning, some hash browns. I basically had these left over and I just stuck them in a container in the fridge. So I just heated those back up in the microwave. I have about a cup of those. And then I've got half a cup of this Good Culture 2% cottage cheese. It's very good if you've never tried it. I actually like mixing the cottage cheese with the hash browns. I know it sounds weird. And then I had a little package of bacon left over from a meal kit. It was in the freezer. And I was cleaning the freezer out this weekend and I thought, oh, why not? I'll just take that out and thaw it out and, you know, crisp it up for breakfast this morning. So this is my breakfast. Okay, so for lunch on this day, I thought avocado toast sounded good. And again, trying to clean out my freezer, I took this rye loaf out that I had gotten from Wild Grain. This turned out so good. I swear there's no easier way to make crusty bread at home, and I don't have time to bake bread a lot of the time, so I love getting it from there. So I let this cool on the counter and then I sliced it thinly enough that I could make some toast out of it. I sliced up some tomatoes, had some avocado, some arugula, lemon. I sprayed the bread a little bit and just toasted it up in a skillet. Top this with that creamy seasoned avocado that I seasoned with lemon juice, salt, and pepper, with that arugula and a hard-boiled egg on the side. This was perfect. Okay, so I am going to get some dinner ready. I'm going to make these Real Good Foods chicken cordon bleu out of the freezer. And then I also have some freezer fries that I got from Aldi. Here, I left one out. You want it? And then I've got some nuggets for the kids. I'm gonna make some fruit and a salad. So I've got some baby spinach and arugula, crumbled goat cheese. I have a Diet Mountain, or Diet Zero Sugar A&W. And then I've got some strawberries I need to wash up. Raspberries are already washed up. And then this was from a salad mix that the lettuce went bad in. It's just a lemon vinaigrette. So I'm gonna make myself a salad before dinner using this with the goat cheese and maybe some strawberries and some spinach. So one good thing about cutting fruit up for the kids is that it's going to go perfectly with this salad and my goat cheese. So I did slice up some strawberries in there, but I also then sliced up some for the kids as well because they love strawberries and it's a great side for dinner for them too. Okay. I'm going to taste this. I'll tell you how it tastes. That's good. I love a good strawberry goat cheese combination. I really like this from Aldi because it's pre-crumbled. Sometimes when you get those logs of goat cheese, it can be kind of messy. This, I only recommend getting this if you like a lot of spinach. I got this because I thought it was half arugula, but it's basically mostly spinach with a few pieces.
arugula, which fine.
So these bacon wrapped chicken breasts don't come out of the oven looking anything like what it says on the package, but they're still good. And I really like this brand, especially if you're looking for higher protein, lower carb food. They have a lot of great things available. Don't forget to check out Factor again. I'll have that link in the description box below. You can get your first box at 50% off, second box at 20% off. So take advantage of that and watch one of these videos right here.